Hi, I'm Bob Cook, and I am 77 years old. I consider myself fairly young, 77 years old. I try to remain active and busy. I am retired from the IT industry, primarily in technical sales. I live with my wife in Dawsonville, Georgia. I was diagnosed with prostate cancer in August of 2017. It was not a big surprise because my younger brother was diagnosed several years ago with prostate cancer. I, like any human being, of course, I was kind of shocked with the fact that I now had cancer. My PSA was being monitored pretty closely over the last several years, and I had a couple of biopsies because my PSA was kind of erratic. But anyway, once I found out that I had prostate cancer, the next step was to determine how aggressive it was and decide on a treatment if treatment was necessary. So the biopsy showed that I had moderately aggressive cancer, Gleason score of 7. And consequently, the urologist recommended that I not wait and I have some form of treatment. At that point, we went over the various options, treatment options, which included surgery, robotic surgery, radiation, seed implants, and he also mentioned HIFU. At that point, I started doing some pretty extensive research. Fortunately, the internet is available with a wealth of information. And I also have several friends, of course, at my age that have experienced prostate cancer. And a couple of them have had radical prostatectomies, as my brother did. And one or two have had radiation treatment. And I also have a friend and a neighbor who had HIFU. Uh, Looking back at what my brother went through after his surgery, uh, I wasn't too keen on radical prostatectomy. However, after doing the research that I did and talking to my neighbor, I really became very, very interested in HIFU as a solution for my particular situation. The most important thing to me were the potential side effects of any of the procedures to fix my problem. Primarily, I was concerned about incontinence and ED, and my neighbor didn't suffer any of those side effects or consequence. However, my brother, as a result of his surgery, he did suffer from both of those side effects. And also, some of my other friends that have gone through treatment for cancer have had various levels of side effects from their treatment. On the day of my surgery, we had to get up really, really, really early. Our surgery was, or my surgery was scheduled at 6 a.m. Everything went very, very smoothly. The surgery was done at a surgery center here in Atlanta, Georgia, which was very close and convenient. I could have essentially done anything I wanted to do within 2 or 3 days of the surgery. There wasn't a lot of pain involved. The most uncomfortable thing, I think, was the catheter or the Foley. But as far as the surgery goes, it was very, very pain-free and a relatively good experience. If I were to have the opportunity to speak to anyone in my situation, being diagnosed with prostate cancer at a moderately aggressive level or even a more aggressive level, I would strongly recommend HIFU. I've asked several people that have gone through other experiences, if they had the opportunity to do HIFU, would they do it? And most of the responses that I have, if not all of them, pretty much say it's a no-brainer. Um, Statistically, there is not a lot of evidence in the United States because it hasn't been done here for that long. But from Europe, there's an awful lot of evidence and facts that point to HIFU being an excellent choice to treat cancer. Um, I would strongly recommend it to anyone and really, really appreciate the opportunity to do this testimonial just because I would like to pay my experience forward.